you know? Yeah, and obviously we're an Indiana podcast. So we're going to say that they're going to win the national championship. And obviously this is going to trigger, people with little children brains that can't comprehend kind of what exactly we're saying. They can't read between the lines. But I digress. It's
Well, I'll just say the good news is we are literally 11 days away from football season, 11 days away from Indiana football. We are 5 days away from kickoff in Ireland. So, Brad, if you wanted to talk a little bit about that game before we got out of here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do a little preview. Well, first off, I mean, we're doing this new promotion at VOCFB called VOCFB Bets. I don't even know if I'm allowed to put out picks yet. I don't know if there's like any rules behind it, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I really like Stanford is dogs against Hawaii. I really like the money line there. Just take it. Jim Harbaugh, Frank Reich. They got some good things going on. I'm sure that team's going to be a lot better coached than a Timmy Chang coach team. That's just what I think. And they're Stanford's recruits as opposed to Hawaii recruits. For whatever reason, Hawaii hasn't been able to recruit really any great players, and besides Cole McDonald over the last like 10 years. So
I have clips of you.
It's very frustrating
talking about Cole McDonald.
I got Hawaiian ties, and I'm a big fan of that team. I was a big fan of Colt Brennan. I have family.
What are your wait? No way.
My family out there. So I've always, I've been there a ton of times. So as a young age, always being a college football fan, always liked the Rainbow Warriors, and it's disappointing to see kind of the downslide that they've had since Colt Brennan, basically. They had this good player named Moniz who was awesome. He was so good. And then Cole McDonald obviously had some fun times there, but they weren't really that good like they should be. Like that should be it's great football culture out there. It's really sad to see that they're not kind of where they at. But that being said, Stanford, money line, Andrew Luck, GM, Frank Reich, head coach, like what they're doing over there. Vegas was not built on winners' money. And then, what does that mean? Explain that to me, John. And then, what else was I thinking? Kansas minus 13.5. I just really like that one. I just like it. And then the grand finale, we have Iowa State, Kansas State. Obviously, first time we've had a top 25 matchup ever in week 0. Very exciting stuff. It's a battle between Rocco Becht at Iowa State and Avery Johnson over at Kansas State. Super excited for this one. These are two Big 12 contenders, therefore playoff contenders. So a lot to be excited about. Did I already mention that's the first ever ranked matchup in week 0? And it's a rivalry game
really?
Too. It's Farmageddon.
It's the first ever ranked matchup in week 0?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. They haven't been doing week 0 forever.
I can't believe they're getting a good game.
Yeah, they've been really like forcing it down our throats lately, especially with this Dublin game in week 0.
They haven't given them a good game yet. I'm surprised they got one.
So the last time, Iowa State has won the last 2 against Kansas State, and they've both been good during that time. It's very
Kansas
cool.
State, like true freshman quarterback last year for Kansas State.
There's a big reason why it's a no-touch play for me, right? Because I could really see this going either way. I mean, you got Matt Campbell who's in year 10 there. Kleiman's in year 7 there. Time flies when you're having fun over there in Manhattan, Kansas. Chris Kleiman, he's got Avery Johnson, the wonder kid over there at Kansas State. They're kind of hoping to finally break through and get to the playoff. Like, it was just kind of the reason why they threw the bag at this Avery Johnson kid in the first place and didn't let him go to any of those big schools. Like, this was the whole idea, like keep him in state and see what we can do with this kid at the helm. And then you got on the flip side, like Iowa State, they're the program at this point. Like when it comes to Big 12, they are the program. They're maybe besides like Utah didn't really make a great first impression last year. That's probably the only team that's really comparable to them. And then it's like Kansas State. And so 2 really good teams that I know are going to be good going into week 1. It's going to be high flying, a lot of action. Iowa State's defense is going to be very good. Kansas State's going to be very good at both sides of the ball. I think one of the biggest things to point out here is kind of how does Iowa State respond to losing Higgins and Noel to the draft this year, 2 top 50 picks. Like those guys went high. They both went top
second
3
and
rounds.
second and third round pick, respectively.
Yeah, they both went top 3 rounds, and both to the Texans, which was kind of cool. That was smart of Houston to do that. Just get the 2,000-yard receivers. Like you look at it was Noel at 1,100, Higgins at 1,100, and then the next leading receiver was Gabe Burkle, who's a very good tight end, by the way, only at 296. So those guys were their entire passing game for Rocco Becht last year. And how does Rocco Becht respond to that? They bring back 2 really good tight ends, Burkle and Benjamin Brahmer. They're going to have probably one of the better tight end rooms in the country, but I like to group it into receivers. So they're going to have still a strong receiving room, but maybe not so much in the outside, very strong in the inside when it comes to running the ball and being able to kind of run play action, throw it to Brahmer or Gabe Burkle. I mean, Gabe Burkle's awesome. If you've watched Gabe Burkle play, he's awesome. And yeah, they have a very solid. They bring back 4 starters on the O-line, and yeah, it's going to be tough to see kind of where. Yeah, it's hard for me to willingly give out a pick for this just because I feel like there's a lot up in the air, and I'll have a better grasp on these teams after watching them play in Dublin. Is kind of
I'm with you. I'm also with John when he was saying Vegas was not built on winners' money. He said you need to leave gambling alone. That road does not lead anywhere good. That's True. Wise advice.
True. Yeah, but I only bet when I know I'm going to win. Stanford money line, Kansas 13.5. Iowa State, Kansas State. Stay away from that game. Over under team total. Don't fuck with it. That game could be 10-7.
Enjoy football being back.
Yeah, enjoy football. Great color game, by the way. The purple and silver versus the red and gold. Like, I love that. Love what's going on there. Are they going to go double home uniforms? That'd be sick. That'd be
cool. Iowa State. Wait, who's the home team?
I don't know. They determine that day of when it's neutral. But ideally, if I had to go uniform, I would go all white for Iowa State, script Cyclones on the side, and then no, all white, but it's got the cardinal with the twister, that logo on the side. I like that, and then we go white numbers, white trim or red trim, red numbers, all white, and then Kansas State the classic silver on purple. Love that. Yeah, should be a hell of a game. Should be. I mean, it's really just watching those 2 quarterbacks. I think this is going to be one of the stronger years at the quarterback position that we've had in college football in a while. And I think a big factor in that is NIL. You have guys coming back like Aller, and while also still maintaining the rising stars like a Sam Levitt, an Avery Johnson, or Rocco Becht that are still around, and kind of fill where it's like, man, there's 30 dudes in this college football league right now that you would trust at that level to get the job done, and you don't find that very often. So it really comes down, yeah. So I'm just excited to see those 2 guys play, and I think that's going to be a big theme for this upcoming football season, watching very strong quarterback play.
I agree, and you're going to see that from Fernando Mendoza in the Indiana Hoosiers, and Cignetti still won't give any of that away. He told everybody kick rocks again when they asked about what his skill set was today, which was really
awesome.
Funny.
He's got a whip. He's got a real whip to him. Yeah.
I want to close with this conversation from the chat. Is John saying Sig has won 11 games for the last 6 seasons? One of those was the COVID year. Why would this year be any different? And then is it Shepedokal? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Scroll up a little bit, like 836-ish. He says, for real, if IU goes 9-3, it'll tie Sig's worst season in the last 6 years. So I want people to chew on that as we head into what's going to be our first live game week. Brad, next time we're on the mic, next time we're in front of this screen, next time we're talking to the beautiful people in the chat, we're going to be doing a game preview. It'll be a game preview because we'll have football to be played on Saturday.
Are we going to do that on Tuesday, you think? Got to end it on Tuesday. We might change up the schedule. Let's just do it on Tuesday next week, and then we can formulate a schedule for once that game is played, how we're going to be doing things. We just got to at least establish when the post game is going to be.
tentatively scheduled for Tuesday night, 8 p.m. I will say there is a couple meetings for the Voice of College Football this week that are going to kind of determine show structure and time. And so we'll be kicking up to 2 times a week or even 3 times a week, I think, in the next couple of weeks, whether it's a preview show. Hopefully we have enough to do a call-in show, so we'll see how that goes, and then a post-game type. It probably won't be directly after the game. If it is directly after the game, it might just be me popping on live, giving my thoughts real quick. But Brad and I planned on doing like a full-blown like post-game breakup, but right before NFL coverage really kicks up on Sunday morning. So good way to kind of sleep on it, get some thoughts together. And so Brad's right. We'll have the schedule finalized probably over the weekend.
I would love to pull up for a Saturday afternoon, just right after I rip sluggers for about 4 hours and get on YouTube Live and just just talk ball for a little bit. But I think maybe the hungover Sunday morning might be a good play right before we kick off, the NFL games. I think that would be a great way to kind of kick off your, with a little cup of Joe, you're sitting on the couch and you're watching Indiana at Voice of College Football instead of, NFL on CBS or whatever, like whatever that.
Yeah, and they're not even talking about the games yet.
Exactly.
They're talking about guys
you just won't have games yet. Yeah.
And you can't tell me fantasy football is an excuse because all the information's on Twitter anyway. They're not telling you anything on TV that you aren't able to find faster on the internet. So yeah, that's what I got for this week, Brad. You got a closing thought?
Closing thought. I mean, I just can't wait to actually because we've been fantasizing about what this team could be for so long, and I just want to be so right because I'm anticipating like bare minimum 10-2 is kind of what I'm thinking, gut check. And it's they exceeded my expectations last year by saying they were going to go 7-5, 8-4, which I thought was really ahead of the curve. Yeah, we're not just going to go to a bowl game first year, we're going to go to the Outback Bowl. Instead we went all the way to the playoffs. So if I'm already just thinking gut check 10-2, I mean, there's only so much room that you can move up. So 11, 12 wins going into the Big Ten championship game isn't a crazy thing either. It's just tough because, we did go 11-1 last year and missed the Big Ten. So, these things happen. So it's almost like control your own destiny. Let's just win every game and go 13-0 and win the Big Ten and then roll the dice come January. That's my mentality into this year. Why not us?
Why not us? I agree. Do you want to throw us out, Brad? You kind of jumped all over that before.
Throw us out. Oh, the follow on.
Yeah.
Well, I just mixed it in. Do you like hot sauce?
You can follow us at
SoCalHotSauce.com.
Check them out.
That's not what you wanted me to do, but I just thought that was kind of funny.
I brought a bunch of SoCal to the fire to the campsite this weekend. It was rave reviews for the hot
only
sauce.
OG Sigs Inside listeners know about.
Yeah, they got that one. Or if you just find it, it's good stuff. It's out.
It's just out there. It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook.
You can follow us, or please like, comment, share, subscribe to Indiana at the Voice of College Football on YouTube. We're chasing 500 subs before the season starts. We're at 487. We are right on the doorstep. I'll be cutting shorts this week. Obviously, I was traveling last week, so the content engine kind of slowed down a little bit, but it's kicked right back up, right back in the saddle this week. And so the shorts will be coming out. The videos will be flying out. Yeah, definitely check us out on YouTube. Like this video, comment, drop your hot takes. If you have hot takes, maybe ones we didn't mention, maybe you want to just pile on and add something to them, drop them in the comment section of this video, drop in the comment section of the video we dropped for that. Maybe we'll read them on the next show. Check out the Voice of College Football on Twitter at VOCFB. Check out their YouTube channel, Mark's Live, all the time. Check me out at Alec Keyser. Check out Brad at Bradley_Loomis8. Check out the Sigs Inside account. And we'll be back here next week. Most likely same time, definitely same place. And we're previewing the Old Dominion Monarchs at the Indiana Hoosiers. Get ready for a history lesson with Brad Loomis.
Little sneak preview. They're not as easy as everyone's saying. They're not Akron. They're better than Akron. That's I'll leave it at that. They're a little bit better than
Akron.
Akron.
Appreciate you guys hanging out.
Age meter, you know.
Appreciate everybody hanging out through the off season with us. We literally pat yourselves on the back. It's been a long time. You've had to endure a lot of BS, a lot of stuff like the On3 articles and the ESPN guys crying into camera lenses about schedules that may or may not take place in 3 to 5 years. And just next week, the talk turns.
Did we do 23 episodes this offseason? Is that what just went down?
Technically, I think 24 because,
Sick.
Right?
Yeah. I think,
yeah.
Wow. It's a long off season. We filled that's 48 hours of content. Anyways.
Well, if you want to, I was gonna say, if you want to count the Sigs Inside episodes that we did in the off season, then you can add 6 to 7 hours probably on top of.
True.
God,
true.
I God bless Kurt Signetti and the Indiana Hoosiers.
Close.
If you've ever seen my Twitter bio, it literally says Kurt Signetti saved my life. That is not an exaggeration. God bless.
Please like and subscribe. We are so close to our goal of 500 subs by game 1.
Hell yeah.
Love you guys.
Tell a friend. Tell a Kroger cashier. Tell whoever you got to tell.
They're so cool hot sauce. There.
We'll see everybody next week. Appreciate y'all.